Hello, fellow robots out there in internet land. I am Sobertron, and welcome to the next episode of the TekTopia Survival Guide here on the TekTopia Town server. And as always, guys, last link down in the description, all the information you need to join me on this amazing server with an absolutely amazing community. So click that link, downloads, everything, join. Good. So, since last episode where we revamped some of our original structures in our pyramid, adding in that second tavern, we added in, expanded the library, expanded the school, made things just a little bit better because our village is, I can't fly. Our village is, steadily growing. We're at 218 now. But since then, I've been doing a lot of maintenance work around our village. Door open. Thank you. I've been doing a lot of maintenance work. I've been collecting more emeralds, doing lots of trading. But I did do a couple, not weird things, but things just to help me out. So one thing that's been happening is a couple of people have really taken a keen notice of my shop. I've been making tons of emeralds from it. But before I only had these, single chests up here filled with items. Now we've got more. So if somebody were to come and buy some potatoes, using the mall kind of crazy sign interface thing, that one potato would just disappear. Now we've got double chests. It feeds in there automatically, and it's fantastic. I have to fill our shop much less often now, which is great. It's really great for me. It makes quality of life for me a lot better. I've also added a couple more beacon kits to our shop. I did use all of them that we got a couple episodes ago to, kit up my base a little bit more. So we've got a few more for sale now. Hopefully those go soon, because, yeah, it'd be fantastic. It'd be great. But one thing I want to do before we get into the kind of meat and potatoes of today's episode is sort out my ender chest. I have just been, it's bad. I just cleaned it up a bit, but now I want to restock it with some shulkers. I've got a few already done. So generally, I like to have a redstone box, and I like to have an iron box. But there's other things in there too. I like to keep my food, my rockets, a light source box, all this craziness. So I need to do that because we're gonna actually leave our village today. We will be working on another project. But I'll get to that once that thing right there, is all sorted out. Our ender chest is mostly sorted out, but I needed a few more things, so I stopped over at the mall. First and foremost, I need to reactivate that guy. So now we have beacons for sale, which is great. The other thing I noticed is I was very low on end rods from all the building I've been doing with them. I used to have 16 stacks, and I have a stack now. So, Derp's over here, he sells them, and I know he just repriced them. 2 stacks for 2 emeralds? Yeah, we're gonna do that. Lots of that. Oh, yeah. This is what it looks like now. It is glorious, and I am very happy it's done. I did leave some empty ones in here just because I tend to, I don't know, go out and gather things, and it's always nice to have the extra ones in there. So I'm thinking I'm gonna grab 8 stacks of these. So 1, 2, 3. Is that not working? 1, 2, 3. 4. There we go, 8 stacks. The other thing I needed was slime, and we do have a nice little slime shop on the server. I don't know who owns this, actually. I haven't needed that much slime since I made the sugarcane farm. So, yeah, it's nice that somebody else is doing this. So, 16 blocks for 1 diamond. We're going to go with... Oh, I didn't grab the diamonds. Why do I always do that? Let's go back. I think I'm going to need... I think I might just buy 2 stacks of slime blocks, honestly. That sounds like a logical amount. Let's do this now. I don't know why I didn't grab these. Let's try to fly over there. Come on. Take off. There we go. This is still faster, right? Even though I'm going back and forth? It makes sense. I don't know. Okay. I think I want 2 stacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... Perfect. So now we can finally go and start working on our project. So one thing we have on the server is a games district, and it's a little not hopping and popping, and I don't like that. I want to go make a casino, and the reason I'm doing this now is because I know Derps is planning on making a casino, and then somebody in chat earlier says that they were designing one, and I kind of want to be first to the market because I need the profits. All the profits, guys. That's what we're here for. So I'm going to head over there. I'm going to show it to you guys. It's in a mushroom biome thing, which is kind of sad because I hate mycelium, but it is what it is. So I have a nice spot picked out for everything, so I'll be right back. I'll show you where all that stuff is. So here we are in the games district area place thing. I don't know what to call this. It is what it is. And it's looking very empty right now. So there are a few things here. Somebody just created a simple maze. No real prizes or anything. That over there was actually the server owner did a copy of Iskall from Hermitcraft's run game. And I haven't played it. I want to. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But that's something that I'm going to do in the near future because I've never experienced that before. There's a couple other little things dotted around, but nothing substantial other than the copy of Run. And I know that Derps is planning on doing his casino over here. He's already laid out his little claim, and it's cute. It's tiny. And then another group of guys are doing one right in this area, and it actually butts up right against where I'm doing mine, which is right up here. I've pretty much claimed all this land, um, but it's a little not ready for prime time. I need to kind of level all this out. Let's see if I can land over here. I need to level all that out a bit, because, big casino. That's what we're doing. Massive casino. So I pretty much got this entire little mountain range right here claimed for myself, and it goes pretty much all the way back to the ocean. But it's, as you can see, very not good to build on. So I need to prep all that first, and then we'll get into the nuts and bolts of what we're going to do for this casino, because I envision multiple games, slot machines, games of chance, just craziness. So let me do all that stuff, clear this out, and I'll be back. So I already know what you guys are going to say. Why am I building in sandstone again? And that's because I have an idea. But I'm not going to talk about that right now, so let's just roll with it, okay? Let's just do that. So I was able to do this in about an hour, hour and a half, to dig and build this. I was able to grab up quite a bit of cobble, which is nice because I was lacking in it. I realized that when I was making observers and pistons for my redstone choker. So nice to have all of that stuff again. But let's talk about what we're gonna do in here. So right now we've got this room, and this is gonna be in the middle here, mostly decorative. I'm gonna have some like decorative roulette tables, maybe some poker tables, and some decorative slot machines. It's really these redstone, or not redstone, red sandstone, yeah, that is going to be our main attractions here. So we're going to have at least 5 contraptions in here, potentially 7. I haven't decided yet, but that would require a second episode. So we'll see what happens. So these first 2 are going to be the exact same machines. What we're going to do, though, is on this wall, we're going to have diamonds as the currency to bet, and on this wall, we're going to have emeralds. Or vice versa. I don't know. We'll see what happens. This first machine, which is going to be identical on that side, is going to be a guaranteed quote-unquote win. So you put an emerald in, you're going to get something back. That thing you get back might not be the greatest thing in the world. Might be a coal block, but essentially, if you put an emerald in, you're going to get something back. It's going to be a 1 in 9 chance of winning. So both these will be the same chance of winning. That one diamonds, this one emeralds. So if you put something in, you're going to get a profit back if you win. Guaranteed to get something. It might be cool. This one, though, it will be the same this side and that side, is going to be a piston feed tape slot machine. So this one has a less chance of winning, but when you do win, you're going to end up winning quite a bit. So let's say we're going to bet emeralds on this side. If you win, which means all 3 of these blocks here are the same, you're going to end up getting 2 blocks. So if you put an emerald in this side and you win, you're going to get 2 emerald blocks back. But this is a less likelihood of winning, because you figure it's based off kind of a randomizer pattern thing. So it's, I think, a 1 in 27 chance of winning. So bet 1 emerald with the potential of getting 2 emerald blocks back. And it will be the same on that side, except diamonds. This one, though, is kind of the really cool one. And it's a dropper-based kind of slot machine. Items are actually going to spit out in 3 spots. So you need to match up all 3 items. And then when those items are the same, actually all the items will then go into a hopper line. And if they're the same, they're going to get red back here by some redstone magic that I did not design. But I will try to leave links in the description to videos on this stuff, guys. But let's say it's emerald blocks. So let's say emerald block, emerald block, emerald block. Out over here, you're going to get emerald blocks back, but you're only going to bet an emerald. It's a really cool way of doing things. Now, one thing I had in mind is maybe not winning currency back. Maybe if you get diamond, 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 you get an elytra. And then I thought about toying with the idea of potentially having beacons as prizes. I'm not sure if I can pull that off yet. I have to play with the redstone a little bit to see if I can do that. I'm incorporating quite a few builds in here that I did not design. So like these two over here are designed by one person. These two over here designed by a different person, and then this one designed by a different person. I am pretty good about, integrating redstone contraptions, but I can't design this stuff for the life of me, guys. I can understand it, but I can't like design my own. So I go to the community and see what's been built already. But I need to get building because I want to get these things up and running um, as soon as possible. So I'm going to start with these two here with the guaranteed prize. I hope you can hear the inflection in my voice. Guaranteed prize. And I'll be back and I'll explain how it all works, and then we'll move on to that one, and then after that one, we'll move on to that one over there. So our first two betting machines are now complete, and I even started work a little bit on the next two that we're going to work on in a second. I did that last night, and I got tired, and now I'm awake and doing things. So let me show you how these things are going to work. So this side, emerald side, it's going to be 1 emerald to play. You have the potential to win an emerald block. Like I said, 1 in 9 chance. Now, right now, I only have coal in here as like the want prize, but I might put other kind of minor prizes in there. We'll see. But it's super simple. Throw an emerald in, get something back. Coal. Throw an emerald in, coal. Throw an emerald in, coal. You see how this is going to make me a lot of emeralds? Because it's awesome. And it's the same thing over here for the diamond side, except it's diamond blocks inside the dropper and some coal blocks, because you get a little bit more if you spend a diamond. So same thing. Diamond, let's see, coal block. And I think on my inventory. Dang it. Anyway, so yeah, I started doing these two machines last night, got tired, and then I woke up, logged in to record this clip, and I come back and I see that. Like I said, there are other people planning on making little casinos out here, and I need to beat them. I need to get at least this place functional. Don't care if it's pretty right now, but functional, and start letting people in and start making me some emeralds and diamonds and just money in general. So I need to finish working on these two slot machines now. So piston feed tapes are gonna happen. Redstone craziness is gonna happen. For the most part, a lot of the redstone wiring is complete. I don't want to test it right now because it's not done, and I don't want to break anything. And actually, it's not done. I need to fill those hoppers and stuff with items and things. But yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna make noise, and yeah, it's gonna be great. And I like this one because I can control the output of the prize. So a winner just determines you win or lose, but then there's a little repeater in there that is variable. So if it's set to 0 delay, you actually end up getting 8 items. If it's set to 2 ticks of delay, I think it's 4, and then 3 ticks is 3 items, and 2 ticks is 2 items. But I'll show you the guys that later. But it's just really cool that I can kind of control the prize. So maybe I'll set it a little bit higher or lower, and depending on how often am I having to refill it with, prize loots. We'll modify it from there and see what happens. I'm leaning towards starting low, starting with 2 emeralds, 2 emerald blocks for this one, 2 diamond blocks for that one, and depending on how often people are winning, I might bump it up to 3 or 4, but we'll never do 8. But yeah, I talk a lot. I'm gonna stop now, and I'm gonna finish this up. I really hope it works. I think this is based in a later version of Minecraft, but I looked at it. It seems like it should still work in 1.12. And hopefully I don't put on my sad face when I come back. Our two newest little contraptions are 99.9% done, and I'll explain that in a second. You can see them off in the distance over there. Like, those things are pretty hefty things over there. But Derps has started building his thing now too. Like, I need to finish really quickly. That wasn't there like an hour ago even, so it's upsetting. Oh, how did I fly? Please fly. There we go. So, like I said, 99.9% done. These things are. Let me show you the whole craziness that ensues when you put an emerald into this guy, because it's pretty cool. Craziness happens, and it's a little random. Sometimes they go longer than others. Like, that was a pretty short one, but it is pretty random. It's due to some non-stackable items in the back. Sometimes they will literally go all 3 at the same time, but generally you get a really long one, like this last one's doing right now. That thing is lasting forever. Holy. Impressive. The diamond one is identical, except it's diamonds. And we'll have emerald blocks in here, and diamond blocks in that one. And that's it. Nothing else will be in there. So either you win or you don't win. But my problem right now is dealing with literally one redstone torch. So right here is essentially a redstone burnout clock. Redstone goes there, or redstone torch goes there. It'll burn out the first time, and then it needs another signal to turn back on. However, what's happening is that redstone torch is turning back on by itself, and I, for the life of me, can't figure it out. I had a whole bunch of other, see, there it goes, a whole bunch of other little redstone clock things built over here a minute ago, and they were all doing this. And I swear all the research I've done says this should absolutely work, and it's not. So the only thing I can think it is that there's something messed up with server settings, and the server owner needs to come on and fix it. I messaged him, but he has yet to respond. So sadly, I'm gonna have to, not open up these two machines, which is very upsetting because I think these ones would have been some, high value when it comes to making me some profits. This repeater right here is what I was talking about earlier. When this redstone burnout circuit does work, I just need to modify that one repeater and it'll pulse a different amount of times. And yeah, it'll end up with different outputs. So 8, 4, 3, or 2 is what I can do. So we'll see in the future, once that's working, what that's going to look like. But for now that I can't really continue on these two machines, I'm going to build the last one, which is like the granddaddy. It's the good one. So like I said, it's going to be a slot machine again, but there's not going to be any moving parts. Items are going to be spit out, and then they will go into a hopper line, and it'll be counted over here, and as long as 3 items of the same type go into a hopper, it's going to do some more redstone magic in the back, and out from the floor, it's going to pop out a nice prize. So I'm going to work on this. This one actually, it's pretty simple. It's relatively easy. It's very shallow, so it doesn't go back too far deep, except for the prize output thing. So let me finish this all up, and I'll be back, and hopefully by then RD, our owner, comes on and he can fix my issue. It's official, guys. War is declared. 100%. It is on now. The gloves have come off, and let me show you why. Not because of that thing behind me, though, because that thing is done, and I'm going to show you it in a moment. But let me show you this. This is my competitors, guys. They have essentially stolen my design. Not design, but my block palette. Like, that's not cool. I'm making a sandstone, cool little sandcastle-y, casino. Been there now doing the same thing, and it's upsetting. It is very upsetting, but we're gonna drive on. We will let our profits speak for themselves. We are gonna make tons and tons of emeralds and diamonds from our casino, so it's not gonna matter. Not gonna matter at all. But this thing is done. It is great. It took me a minute to figure out some hopper things down here, but I'll explain that in a moment. So right now, I've only got diamonds in these droppers up here. Eventually, there will be 1 stack of diamonds, 2 stacks of emeralds, and 6 stacks of gold. So because I really want the diamond trade to be 1 less often than the gold, or than the emerald, and then the emerald less often than the gold winnings. So right now, you can put as many diamonds as you want in here, and just hit the button 1 time. You'll see the diamonds or emeralds or gold will pop out. In this case, 3 diamonds. The machine resets itself, and then it's going to push that armor stand back up in the air. When that happens, you get your prize. It's great. It's fantastic. So all of these filters are in down here. This is what took me a while to figure out, is the stackable items. And it needed 1 completely stackable block, 1 non-stackable item, and then 1 that stacks up to 16 to make the signal long enough to power that thing. I was getting some bleed over before. But everything else just worked its way down here. All the diamonds will end up in this chest here. The emeralds from the system here, the gold there, and then our pumpkins, which is our filter item for those droppers up top. Not droppers, hoppers up top, that kind of act as my cue to say the system needs to be reset. So those are going to go in there, but those will be the last things I put in, because if I put them in now, then it's all going to flow inside the dropper, and I don't want that. So the last thing that was added in is this last little bit. So this signal is triggered by the machine actually turning on. And what it does is it runs a signal through here, and then it'll depower this torch, which will unlock these hoppers, which causes the whole machine here to reset. And that happens just before our items start flowing, so timings are great. The last thing this signal does is it turns off this redstone torch, and right inside here we just have more pumpkins, and this acts as our counter. So I tested it right now, and then I tested it beforehand, so there should be 1 pumpkin in here, and then another one in this hopper. Yep, that works. So every time the machine is ran, a pumpkin will end up in that chest there, and that means it's working, and I can come back and see um, how many times the game's been played, essentially, since I last checked on it. Um, there's a couple things I want to do. I want to at least get this central room done. Maybe not the exterior, but definitely this inside bit here, because I want to get to open before those guys over there. At least a soft open. Soft open? I think that's the term. I don't know. But I also might want to. Yeah, I dug a hole, guys. I'm thinking about making some more centralized location for all of these collections of the emeralds and diamonds we're going to be getting. Simply because it would be quicker for me to go through all that process. I kind of like having them still separate, so maybe I'm just going to bring them in closer to one spot as opposed to like combining the emerald outputs and the diamond outputs together, because I want to kind of see which machines are being more profitable than others, and if I combined everything up, then I wouldn't know where it came from, and that wouldn't be good. So I'm going to get building now. I want this place to be open, at least semi-open. Because I don't, yeah, exterior is going to have to come in next episode, because I do have plans for a couple more games. I'm thinking about doing a little bit, like some wings off these sides here, make another game over there and over there, and we'll see what happens. I don't know yet. I'm doing this on the fly like I always do, and it's great. It's fantastic. So hopefully next time I come back, we'll wrap things up, and I'll show you what this all looks like, and we'll officially do the ribbon cutting ceremony. I gotta say, guys, I've worked many, many hours on this last little bit, and I'll explain in a second. I just wanted to show you guys what this place is gonna look like. I've increased the footprint quite a bit, but we're not gonna deal with the outside today. We're dealing with nothing but inside. So I've done a lot of cool little decorative things. Ooh, wrong buttons. I have put up a little sign like, I'm still building, but it's open. Do your thing. Have fun. Spend your monies. Let me gain profits. So I've got these little like roulette tables. I tried getting it to where there was an armor stand down there on some mine cart track things, rails. That's it. But it just wasn't working. So I just went with no kind of cool little thing, which upsets me greatly. But yeah, I think it still adds a lot of flair. You've got the black and red wool with the green kind of felt going on, and I think it works. I've got these kind of makeshift slot machines going on. There's four there, three. So it looks cool. It's adding a lot of ambiance. Let's call it that. I've got little blackjack tables over here. You got your dealer standing here. Got a little deck of cards in the way of a stone button. And some spots for some would-be blackjack players to stand at. I've also got this little stat poker table. I don't think this needs any kind of explanation. I think as soon as people see what this is, they're going to know exactly what to do. Made popular by the Hermits on Hermitcraft. I want to change out the color of the shulker box, though, to put your bets in, just because I didn't have any die, so purple is what you get. So that will change in the near future. The biggest reason, though, this took me so long, this floor actually only took me a couple hours to do. I totally repositioned these 4 slot machines. Totally repositioned them. I moved these 2 back and over. This one got moved over as well, and that one as well, just to make things a little bit more symmetrical. So now our room was kind of wider than it was long, and now it's the opposite. It's definitely longer than it is wide. But the other cool thing is I've got these 2 back slot machines working now. Myself and another player on the server spent about 20-30 minutes trying to develop a little circuit to replace that redstone torch burnout clock. Jeez, speaking is hard today. It's fairly simple. It goes through a pulse extender into there, up and around, and cool. So the majority of our time doing this was actually determining the delays and how much output would be triggered by the dropper over there. So right now it's set to 3, and I can set it anywhere between 1 and 5. The previous one was 2, 3, 4, and 8. I was never going to do 8 anyway, so now that I've got between 1 and 5, that's actually a lot better for me. So if I choose to in the future, I can raise it or lower it, but I think 3 right in the middle, and we'll see how our profits work for everything. And just to show you guys, I've got it set up right now to win every time. So there are 3 emerald blocks there right now. Despite what shows up here, though, we should get 3 emerald block outputs because I removed some comparators in the back. So we should see it in a second. Yep, there we go. Right out the wall, you get your monies. It's great. It's fantastic. The other thing that I'm very excited about is that our competitors have 1 machine, and they haven't actually got it functioning yet. So right now, my casino is the only casino, and I've got 5 games going on right now. So the only thing left to do is to announce to everybody in the Discord that this place is now open for business, so I can make all these sweet emeralds and all those sweet diamonds back there, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm already the richest guy in the server, but there can never be too much. I hope you guys liked today's episode. We are gonna be here again in the next episode to finish things off. But until next time, you guys have a good one.